Solid City, welcome to my BTC end of year presentation. So my goal, if you guys don't remember from last time, was to make a positive difference by learning the art of cooking. Now I think I'm just going to start from the beginning right here in December. Now before I show you December's, I need you guys to keep an open mind, okay? So I have a quote. Cooking at home doesn't have to be complicated. This is by Help Guide. So you can see this because all I made was some yogurt. I took this granola and opened the yogurt and put some granola in it. It was delicious, and it was so good because it's so easy to make. Now in January, I made some quesadillas, but these aren't normal quesadillas because they have little tortillas and they have beans. If you can see the beans right there, I put some beans in there. And they also got some meat. They have some pork or some chicken. I don't really remember. It's pretty good.
May I comment?
Yeah.
Your quesadillas are very good. I've had them before.
Thank you. Now in February, I made some fried rice. I also have this quote from Harvard Help Publishing, but I'm not going to read it. I made some guacamole. It was delicious. I think it was a little bit healthier than most of the things I've made in my life, which is pretty good. There were some avocados, there was some salt, some tomatoes in there. It was absolutely delicious. Now in March, before I show March, I gotta just tell you guys that cooking at home saves you money across the board. That's from Forbes. If you guys don't know Forbes, they know a lot about money, so this is actually a great source. I made my own tortillas. If you guys have never done this before, don't do it. It sucks. It's terrible. I'm not even gonna lie. But it was great, and my dad was actually very proud of me. It doesn't happen a lot, but I was very happy. And then I added some stuff to it. I added some bacon bits and some cheese to kind of elevate the tortillas, because, Grandma's also had one of those tortillas.
They were good.
There you go. So now in April, I made some Spanish rice. So the way that this works is you get this big old pot and you put some water in it and some rice. And you kind of let it boil for a minute. And then you add like this tomato paste right there. It's kind of weird. And then you let it simmer. And then you drain up, I don't remember. I think you keep the water in there. And then it turns into this. It's delicious. You guys should all make it. Very easy to make. And it was wonderful. My mother was very proud. Now in May, I just want you guys to keep in mind that breakfast is the most important meal. So I went back to the roots of breakfast and I made some delicious cereal. Who doesn't love cereal? It was actually funny because before this moment, I would always spill the milk everywhere whenever I poured it. But now, I'm so much better at making cereal, and I can get off on a better foot for the day. This made a positive difference because I could save some money, and it actually restored my happiness. So, prior to cooking, I was a little bit mischievous. Actually, I had an incident where I got detained by the police because I wasn't cooking. It involved a bunch of little kids, and them vandalizing, and me retaliating. It wasn't great. But I do want you guys to know that ever since cooking, it's made me a better, less mischievous individual. I want you guys all to stand up, okay? So I'm going to say a couple things, and if you've never done them, you'll understand. So sit down if you have never used the microwave before. Pretty good. Sit down if you guys have never boiled water before.
No way.
Sit down if you guys know how to preheat the oven.
If you know how?
If you can preheat the oven.
Stand up if you know how.
Yeah, sit down if you don't know. That's wonderful. You guys can all be just as good as me at cooking. But there's one last question I want to ask. Sit down if you've never been detained by the police. If you've been detained by the cops, I want you to be standing. Every single one of you. I want every single one of you to keep in mind that if you guys cook, you guys can make a positive difference on yourself and society around you. You guys can sit down.
Colin, what was the cop's name?
I don't remember. Thank you very much.